little Sahar, man. We'll be quiet. But check it out, yo. Yo. Plain spades, reminiscing on days before niggas started shooting, we would still catch fades. It's like the world's a lot scarier since crack grenades. And the only thing that we became is rats in the maze. Cause all my brother cares about is trapping in J's. Mine's fucked up from the pills and the haze. Pop said we hard-headed, stuck in our ways. So I've been praying to the most high that it's just a phase, yo. Hardly surprised and always amazed. Especially at what's been getting radio plays, yo. I wanna be the cataclysm of a cataclysm, monotonically and take it back to lyricism. But you know, nowadays, it seems like it's forbidden. Anybody in the industry knows they ain't fucking with them. And they ain't wanna sign, they wanna be outshined. So I guess it's just me, myself, and all these empty lines. I never knew that being nice would get you penalized. Once you blowing up, they wanna know your penis size. Hoes all staring, saying you got dreamy eyes. And if you ain't fake, they wanna see you demonized. If they be dropping gems, then it's slow as El Dorado. A midnight marauder, young desperado with a bravado. That's a hard act to follow. Make your favorite rapper look like amateurs at the Apollo. Yo, and that's a hard pill to swallow. Me and my vato steady painting pictures like Picasso. Legs trying to clock us like Pablo and Gustavo. Go and tell, straight to the Gestapo. Hola muchacho, yo hablo español, el hombre blanco, es el diablo. Now I'm going over heads like a poncho. Trying to stack chips with more cheese than some nachos. Why you acting macho? Your whole thing is gato. They ain't want beef, but I'll flip it like a taco. Yo, don't get it twisted like a rasta. Don't be bringing none of that bullshit into mi casa. You ain't seen this much crack since the Contras. Belly of the beast, we all live inside a monster. That's why I be thanking God I'm alive, tapping into different vibes, penning more than a scribe. Every verse an open letter sent to all the tribes. Lost in the ghetto, steady struggling to survive, yo. The things I seen with a pair of eyes got me out here living in this like desensitized. Part of the reason that I'm hardly if never surprised. I've heard the screams of brothers and seen mothers that cried. Seen a soul leave a body right before he died. 23 years old, gunned down before his prime. While your favorite rapper only talking dollar signs. But when our people in trouble, they quiet as a mine. Every day is the struggle, I speak it through these lines. That's how I know they can't relate, I speak their daily lives. I'm representing for my nation, all the lost tribes. All my people that been locked up, they see 25. Cause being born a minority was their first crime. They serve and protect, open your neck, sever your spine. They murder one of us, no guilty verdict when they try. They wonder why they get no respect and we call them swine. Live in a time where you lose your life and become a vine. Friends turn to t-shirts, corners turn to shrines. And if our leader ain't a Pharisee, then he's a scribe. Cause he ain't coming out unless he thinks he can scrape a dime. Get his name in the paper, face in the line. The world's black and white and you better pick a side. If I wasn't strong enough, then I would break inside. But I found the truth right before I lost my mind. Sorry, mama, I promised it wouldn't change it. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm ready to get it in, but it's on you. I'll let you decide.
And I know you feel the same way you slay me. So when I say the white man is the devil, don't blame me. I'm not here to make friends, kiss back and shake hands for politics. Yo, what's affecting all the college kids? I mean, why did the students shoot up the colleges? Newborns found in shopping bags and garbages. All these problems that nobody acknowledges. Promise you one thing, you gonna acknowledge this.
Damn right. Damn right. Shalom, Israel. We are the I.S.U.P.K, sort of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant GEN.YAHANNA. And our mission is to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who they are according to the Bible, and that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of.
All right.
You understand? In today's class is this. The I.S.U.P.K is the only people going to war with the devil.
All right.
And who is the devil? The oppressor. That's who. You understand? We are the only people on planet Earth going to war with the oppressor. Nobody else wants to see this kingdom fall.
All right.
Every time this kingdom comes just a little bit close to falling, y'all get scared.
All right.
Y'all get scared and do everything in your power to help put it back together. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to see this kingdom fall. You don't want to see the white man suffer. You don't want his kids to die. You don't want none of that to happen. Bless your Christian heart. You understand? Bless your white Jesus Christian heart. You ain't ready for this warfare. Go ahead.
If I could, we're the only ones praying for it day and night.
Damn right. Damn right. Literally, those are all our goddamn prayers. You understand? The downfall of this kingdom. The downfall of this kingdom It has to happen. This is the only way that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can get free. You understand? We can't get free by marching and begging and pleading. No nation on the face of this planet has ever got free from asking please and begging. We see brothers go to jail all the goddamn time. We just seen brothers get murdered, and while they was almost cussed. Well, you hear me? I almost dropped the F-bomb. And while they was getting murdered, they was begging and pleading. Did it work? Hell no, it didn't work. Them brothers are still dead. You got cops with their knees on brothers' necks. The brothers begging, I can't breathe. Please let me breathe. You think that worked? No, it didn't. So what do you look like to continue to beg, please let me live? Please let me live in America. Please, Mr. White Man, I just want to live. I just want to live in peace. That's never going to happen. You get what I'm saying? The only way that you can live in peace is to watch America fall. Sit back, get your popcorn, kick your feet up, and watch it like it's a good-ass sporting event.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Quit trying to save the oppressor. Quit trying to save these people, man. These is not your brothers and sisters. If I could, I would like to get Genesis 25 and 21.
Come.
Genesis 25 and 21. You got to understand, man, these is not your brothers and your sisters. These is not your people, man. There's a big difference between us and them. There's a big difference between lions and hyenas, between wolves and gazelles. You understand?
All right. That's the scripture when you're ready.
And Most High Christ, I'm ready when you are.
Genesis 25 and 21.
Go ahead.
And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife.
Right. So what that is, I'm trying to get to the nations and 2 nations in our womb.
Okay, so verse 23, if you want just straight to that.
Yeah, Most High Christ. So what's going on now is that Isaac's entreating the Lord for his wife. You understand? So she could get pregnant because she was barren. But we about to get straight to the bread and butter of this. Let's get it.
Genesis 25 and 3.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's like a 23.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
How many nations?
2 nations are in thy womb.
The same nation.
2 nations are in thy womb.
Listen, even though they was brothers, right? The Lord made a difference. Right here, right now, right here in this scripture, the Lord is making a clear difference. He told her, 2 nations are in thy womb. You understand this when it comes to everything else, man. Understand it when it comes to these scriptures, especially you goddamn Christians. Let's get some more.
And 2 manner of people.
Listen, 2 manner of people. You get what I'm saying? Listen, it's very simple. The white man wants to see everything burn and die. There's a little clip going around on Facebook right now of a little white devil, right? She's eating the goddamn heart of a deer. Raw. There's a little story behind it, how she made the shot using her father's shoulder as a brace, killed the deer, and while the deer was still alive, he cut out the heart and gave it to her, and she's biting the heart, and he's talking about she's so goddamn adorable. Well, guess what? To all them goddamn heathens, that is adorable. You get what I'm saying? That's what they are. They some blood drinking, raw meat eating, pagan God worshiping heathens. That's what all of them are. But let me tell you something, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, that is not your culture. We are 2 manner of people. Nobody here is going to eat a goddamn raw heart. You get what I'm saying? Who does that? Who eats a bloody raw heart? Nobody. Not nobody from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let's go. Listen.
Separated from thy bowels.
Do what from their bowels?
Separated from thy bowels.
Keep together.
Separated from thy bowels.
1 nation under God.
Separated under thy bowels.
Separated. You understand? We are not to be anything like these people. We are to be far away from these people. These people are our goddamn enemies, man. And it's time for you to understand that, man. You understand? It's time. You have to understand it. If you don't understand it, guess what's going to continue to happen? You're going to continue to die in these streets. You're going to continue to suffer in these streets. You're going to continue to be oppressed in these streets, man. You must pray for the downfall of the oppressor. Every night, every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian within the sound of my voice, you need to be praying for the downfall of the oppressor.
Right.
The I.S.U.P.K is the only people who wants this to happen. And it's very simple. I'll tell you why. Because the I.S.U.P.K is the only people on planet Earth who knows, not believe, but we know that we can function without the oppressor. We don't need the oppressor for a goddamn thing. You get what I'm saying? Only reason he's going to stick around is because the Lord wants him to stick around and be repaid double for all the wickedness that he have done. As a matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that in Genesis 27 and 38.
Genesis 27:38.
Go ahead.
And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father?
Now, this is when the blessings went to Jacob, right? Because Esau sold his birthright, right? He sold his birthright for some goddamn raw meat. Don't that sound like something that oppressor would do? We just seen him eating raw deer hearts. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen, that is their spirit all the way. The oppressor will sell anything. He will sell whatever he get his hands on. If it's his, if it's yours, he don't give a damn. He's looking to try to make some type of goddamn profit all the goddamn time. Let's get the rest.
Bless me, even me also, O my father.
Keep going.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Right. Listen. Now, if this ain't talking about the oppressor, who the hell is it talking about? It said, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. That's Esau's blessing. Is not his blessing the fatness of the earth? He owns every goddamn thing on planet Earth. He goes everywhere and steals everything from everybody. He's sucking up all the oil, all the gas, all you name it, he's sucking it all up. His blessings is the fatness of the earth. He's literally inside the goddamn earth. He's even outside the earth. He's on the goddamn moon in space. You get what I'm saying?
All right.
This devil has gotten his blessing. You get what I'm saying? He has gotten his blessing, and it's still not enough for him. It's still not enough for him. Let's get some more.
Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Verse 40.
He's out in space, right? The dew of heaven from above. That's Trump trying to start this goddamn Star Wars program. Him and what's the dude named something Lucas that did the actual Star Wars movie? George Lucas. You know what I'm saying? Trump and George Lucas making Death Stars. Sounds about right. You get what I'm saying? Let's get some more.
Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
By that sword shall they do what?
Shalt thou live.
Listen. How many times do we have to witness our brothers and sisters dying out here in these goddamn streets? And it ain't even by the hands of the cops. It's by any goddamn oppressor with a weapon. By any oppressor with a weapon, whether they be man or woman. If they got them oppressor, they got a weapon, they are living by the sword. They want to kill every goddamn thing. Keep going.
And shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Listen, the white man doesn't want anything to do with blacks, Hispanics, or Native Indians. You understand? That yoke is broken. He doesn't look at you as a brother. Only time that he dares call you a brother is when your anger is kindled and you're ready to march and tear some stuff up. You get what I'm saying? When you're ready to tear up a city. Because let me tell you something, black man. As much as they like to tell you that you tearing up your own city, you tearing up your own neighborhood, guess what? You don't own a goddamn thing in that neighborhood. You don't own a goddamn thing in that city. You don't own the Target. You don't own the bank. You don't own the Kmart. You don't own the Walmart. You don't own any of that. How are you tearing up your own?
All right.
How are you tearing up your own? It ain't your car you setting on fire, is it?
All right.
But guess what? Guess what, black man? Everything that you are tearing up, guess who helped build it? Guess who helped pay for it? Guess who helped sustain it? You do. All them taxes to come out your goddamn check from you working that goddamn slave, all that money is to build everything that you just got through tearing up, even though you don't own it. Even though you don't own it, you help build it. And you help build it nice and strong for your master, right? You understand? These people are barbaric. They have set up laws and stipulations to keep you oppressed in America, man, because they hate you. These is not your friends. These is not your brothers. These is not anybody that gives a damn about you. These people want to see you fall. You understand? And I only listen, and there's nothing wrong with that. Believe it or not, there's nothing wrong with it. Now, I'll take that back. There is something wrong with it because the oppressor is supposed to be a Christian, right? And Christianity is all about loving everybody, right? So, by that logic right there, you shouldn't want to see the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians fall. But let me tell you something. That goes to prove the point that I'm about to say right now, that Christianity is nothing more than white supremacy. That's all it is. It ain't about loving everybody. It's about everybody loving them. Get that through your head, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It ain't about them loving everybody. It's about everybody loving them. They're the ones siphoning off everything on planet Earth. You name it, they want it. You get what I'm saying? Every goddamn thing, they want it.
All right.
Is there any more in that scripture? Is that it?
There's more. There's more. Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob.
Oh, yeah. Damn, I don't know how I was about to let this. This is, he did kill it. Yeah, let's get this. What did Esau do?
And Esau hated Jacob.
Let me tell you something. Esau is the so-called white man.
Right.
I shouldn't have to tell you that. This right here, matter of fact, if I didn't tell you that, I will tell you this. Let me break it down like this. Esau is, no, matter of fact, read that again.
And Esau hated Jacob.
Let me ask you something. If we didn't know the biblical bloodlines, and I was to say, and Esau hated Jacob, who would you really say that was in the world? If Esau hated Jacob, right, who would you say that was in the world? Go ahead.
Christians would probably say that's black people hating white people.
Yeah, I know, right? Listen, that sounds just like a Christian, because in a Christian mind, we are the ones who are racist.
Right.
I like when they come at black people for only loving black people, we are the only people called racist on planet Earth. Like nobody calls the Chinese man racist for having Chinatown and only hiring Chinese people.
Right.
Nobody calls the Korean racist for having his little nail shop and only hiring his people in there. Look at his goddamn clientele. His goddamn clientele ain't nothing but blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
But you don't see none working in there whatsoever. None. You understand? And he's only got his people working in there. But nobody calls that spot racist. But the second that you got a store that's only catering to black people and only black people working in there, it's a goddamn problem. Let's get some more on that scripture.
Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand.
Right.
Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
He will do what?
Slay my brother Jacob.
Ain't that what's going on in America right now? Like I said, nobody else wants to see the oppressor fall. Nobody gives a damn about wanting to see the white man fall except for the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
All right.
You understand? And the reason that we want to see the oppressor fall is because we serve the Most High in Christ. And the Most High in Christ wants to see the oppressor fall. Right. Go ahead.
And if I could, if there was a world war tomorrow, pretty much probably 100% of the Jakes in the world that's rioting, marching, protesting, pro-black, all that, probably about 90% of them would say, we need to go fight for America. We need to go protect this country. Even though it got its problems, it is the only thing we got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They would say something like that to justify joining the fight to go save the same country that's killing them.
Right. Listen, you are absolutely right. That is such a goddamn heavy point that you brought out, man. I don't think nobody can lift it, not even the Hulk. You hear me?
Yeah.
There's no way that you can bat against that.
Right.
You can't fight against what you just said, because that's exactly what they would do. This is all we got. This is home.
Right.
Where else we gonna move to? Norway? Let me tell you something. It don't matter where you would go, because you would still be treated like a goddamn slave.
Right.
It doesn't matter where you go. You want to talk about America like you are part of America. Well, we just got through marching and protesting and doing all this tearing up and everything, because the simple fact is this: you don't receive none of the same benefits that come with living in America. You don't. You receive none of the benefits. You receive all of the punishment and suffering, but you receive none of the good things that come with being an American. Absolutely nothing, man. Absolutely nothing. It's when we went to that Juneteenth event in Ohio, it was one thing that I kept asking all the people. I kept asking them, what does Juneteenth mean to them, right? And they kept saying Juneteenth means the freedom of black people. That's what it means. This is the day that we got free. We was free. We had been free for 2 years, but the niggas in Texas didn't find out about it for 2 years later. And they're celebrating their freedom. So here's the question that I gave them. And every time I would get a pause, a dramatic pause in between. I would always say, okay, so how exactly are black people free in America right now? And then it would get quiet, just like that awkward silence. You get what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, and I mean truly, truly think about it, you're not free.
Right.
There is no difference between, I believe, once more, correct me if I'm wrong on the year, I believe it was 1846. There is no difference between 18. I know it's the 18th century.
I thought it was 1862. So I don't know.
I thought it was 46. Like I said, forgive me on the year. I don't celebrate pagan holidays since I, came into the UPK. I believe it's 46. It might be 62, but regardless, in the 18th century, what has changed from the 18th century to now? You're still a goddamn slave. You have absolutely nothing. What independence are you celebrating? You're not independent from nothing. You are not independent from the white man.
Right.
Go ahead.
If I could, would you bring that out so heavy? Because they had a clip of the interview of some brothers did in Philly of the UPK, and they asked the Jake in the world, what is Juneteenth about? Why are you celebrating it? He said for freedom, and then he said, well, you gonna celebrate July 4th? And he was like, nah, he was caught, he was kind of cut, but he was like, I don't celebrate it like that. I just celebrate that I'm getting off of work and this and that. And it was like, so it was so heavy. It was like, so you celebrating freedom by being happy that you get off of work? Because that's the only day you get off of work?
Right.
And then they cut the video because brother was kind of thinking about it like, hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
hey, wait.
The job is still the slavery if I'm happy just to get a day off of it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm celebrating all these free days of Juneteenth and July 4th, but I'm happy to get one day off.
One day. Like you're not celebrating no independence. Right. You're not celebrating nothing. You want me to tell you how you really celebrate? If you was free, you know what? If we had land, if we had farms, if we had goats and sheep and cows and chickens and just a whole sea of land that you can like you couldn't even tell where our land starts and where it ends.
Right.
Then you could have cause to celebrate.
Right.
Then you would have cause to celebrate. Go ahead.
Okay, it's so heavy because I was watching a lecture by Sean Rochester about slavery and reparations, and he was doing all the calculations.
Right.
He was saying if we would have got even the 40 acres and a mule, he said, okay, 40 acres and a mule, given out to hundreds and thousands. He said acre is huge. He said
right.
If you were to get like 400 acres, you need a helicopter to see it all.
Right.
And he's like, all that would have been wealth in our pocket that we should have got, never got. And you know what I'm saying? Like something like that would have been a good start.
Listen, it would have been a good start, and what it would have did was gave us actual economic power. And
right.
Here's the crazy part. Here's how black people don't even know that they the Lord's chosen people. Like even without them giving us our 40 acres and a mule, we were still able to establish hundreds of goddamn black cities all over the United States of America.
Right.
And have nothing but wealth and revenue thriving through all of them. Like one of the most famous ones is Black Wall Street. We all know about that. You get what I'm saying? But you got to understand, there was hundreds of Black Wall Streets.
Mm-hmm.
There were hundreds of Black Wall Streets. And the oppressor knew this. And it was almost like, what they call it, the Red Summer.
Yeah, God.
That whole Red Summer, you know what the oppressor did? He went around the goddamn United States slaughtering all of these Black Wall Streets.
Right. Right.
Go ahead.
Instead of Antifa doing that today, going to all these cities and burn down, tearing up all these downtowns, they were just tearing down all the Black Wall Streets all in every different city.
That is such a heavy goddamn point you just brought out. That's the same people that you think is for black people. Right. It's the same people that was murdering. Nothing, listen, them racists never went away. Them KKK members never went away. You know what they did? They had more kids. And you know what they raised their kids to do? To hate your black ass. You get what I'm saying? To hate blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. There's so many goddamn clips on Facebook I don't even know how Christians can still defend the white man. I really don't. Like, there's so many clips on Facebook where these people is just, they showing their true colors. They showing their true hate for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's hard for me to even watch this stuff so sometimes, man. Like, I really do have a problem with watching it because, like, it makes me so goddamn angry, man. Like, and I tell you, and I guess my anger runs deep because, like, here's why. Because I can't believe that I was in a goddamn world and didn't have the same hate that I have now. I hate the fact that I was in a world and didn't hate the devil the way that I do now. That's what I hate. You get what I'm saying? I hate the fact that any ill will that I ever done towards any black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, man. I hate the fact that I was that weak and that soft and that much of a goddamn coward that I would do some harm and some wicked stuff to my own brother. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how destroyed, that's what this society does. This society destroys you to the point that you believe that the same person suffering like you is your goddamn enemy. That's what they choose to, that's how they program you to believe. If we could, Kapash, could we put that video of that brother and that sister?
And also, there's one question online.
Oh, let's get these questions.
I.S.U.P.K. Northern Indiana asked, he said, Yahweh Shem Salaki, sir, would Luke 10 and 18 precept Isaiah 14 and 12? I'm going to get the scripture for you.
Yep. You getting Luke, I'm going to get Isaiah. Isaiah 14 and 12.
Isaiah 14 and 12.
Oh, man, I don't even know why I looked this up because this was one of the scriptures I was going to pull later. This was one of the precepts I was going to pull later. This Isaiah right here. I was going to pull this. I had a video for it. You know what I'm saying?
I got Luke if you want.
Let's get Luke.
Luke 10 and 18.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven.
Damn right. Listen, anytime that you see the downfall of the oppressor, you can always link it to Isaiah 14. You understand? Anything that has to do with the downfall of this nation, you can link it to Isaiah. You understand? Anytime that it's talking about Babylon falling, when it's talking about the oppressor falling, when it's talking about the destruction of the enemies, you can link it to Isaiah. Right. It's precept upon precept. You understand? And that's one of the most beautiful precepts on the face of this planet. Let's get that again.
Luke 10 and 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
Damn right. Listen, you see how fast America was just suffering. Listen, the corona happened like that.
Right.
Happened like a lightning strike overnight.
Right.
Overnight, America shut down. You blink 1 minute, they was talking about how President Trump was the best president ever. The economy is so booming. People getting so much goddamn money, and he's putting more money and investing more money in this, and yada, 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 yada. And then boom, where all the money go? Where's all the money? Go ahead.
And if I could, all the economists are saying this is really not, it's just the beginning, because first of all, the coronavirus is still here, getting worse,
right.
making a comeback.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Shout out to the coronavirus for the comeback. You know what I'm saying?
And then secondly, they're saying the effects on the economy over long term is going to be worse than just this short term shutdown.
Damn right.
The effects, we're going to feel it, quarters down and everything like that.
Right. Imagine how many devil mom and pop shops had to shut down for good because of this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Clap that up for the oppressor losing power, right? That's what it's about.
And if I could,
keep going. Go ahead.
If Donald Trump gets in a second term, he gets to, obviously he can act a fool now even more in the second term because he ain't got to try to get voted again.
Right.
So he can
really show his true colors.
Yeah, he can do it even worse than he did the first term.
Right. And you know that's what his plan is anyway. You understand? Right. That's what it's like. Listen, all these people that tried to say America wasn't racist and this and that and blah, this, yada, yada, yada. My thing is this. If America was about love in everybody, right, was about equality for everybody, was about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians really being together in this melting pot, then how did a goddamn wicked animal like Trump become president?
Right.
Because I'll tell you how. Because when Trump became president, that showed you what America was really about. They hated the fact that Barack Obama was in office. And here's how wicked the world is. Like, here's how wicked the devil is. Let me put it that way. Like, the devil knows that Barack Obama was not a nigga. You get what I'm saying? He knows that was a goddamn African. You get what I'm saying? He knows that was not a nigga any way, shape, or form of any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
That's not a nigga. But what he did know is that white people believed that, Salaki. What he did know was that black people believed that was a nigga. Because we have been told that we was African our whole goddamn lives. We have been told that we come from the Zimbabwe tribe our whole goddamn life. We have been told that Africa is the motherland our whole goddamn lives. That the second that this black face became a tool to become president, that we voted. That we voted and we didn't know none of this nigga policies.
Right.
He's like, what he stand for? I don't care. Let's vote for him. He's black. He looks like me. You get what I'm saying? If you knew he was going to turn the whole world gay, I doubted you'd have voted for him. I really doubt you would have voted for him. If you would have knew that he wasn't going to do a goddamn thing for black people, you wouldn't have voted for him. Right. We could put a devil in the White House for that. That's what Trump is for. You feel what I'm saying? That's what Biden is for. That's what any other one of these goddamn devils is for. Did not do nothing for black people. Just put another devil in the White House. They put an African in the White House. I can prove he's an African with one simple question. All of us has went to public schools our whole life, right?
Right.
How many times have you went to school and you was in class with a nigga named Barack Obama?
Right.
Anything like that. This nigga last name is Obama. We do not carry last names like that. We carry the last name of our slave masters. To prove that we and he is different is that he carries a free last name. That is a free last name. Our last names is Jones and Johnsons and Freeman and stuff like that. McFadden and McDowell. You get what I'm saying? Like, we carry last names that don't even match up to what we look like. If I could, side note real quick, like my family bloodline, like when we get the trace on our blood, our shit is everywhere. Our shit is everywhere. Like my family last name, like we got Hughes, you get what I'm saying?
All right.
We got Grayson, you get what I'm saying? And here's my bloodline, like Finney. Like if that's not Irish or some crap, I don't know what is.
All right.
You get what I'm saying? I don't know one nigga named Finney, but I know 1,000 devils named Finney. You get what I'm saying? Like that's our bloodline. Like we from everywhere. That goes to show you that we are truly the Lord's chosen people, because our whole family is scattered from everywhere. We everywhere. You get what I'm saying? We got last names like Johnson, Finney, Hughes, Graceland, McFadden. We got all type of goddamn last names. We everywhere. If that's not the Lord's chosen people, I don't know what is.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But I'll tell you one thing, it's not. It's not Obama. If that ain't African, I don't know what is. You get what I'm saying? That's African / Sudi / Muslim / free. That's what the hell that last name means to me, free.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's why coming into I.S.U.P.K, doing your time and getting your Hebrew name is one of the greatest moments of your goddamn life. Because you actually choose a name that's from your language, from your people. You get a name that's from your language, from your people. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing like getting your Hebrew name. I'll tell you, man, firsthand. It's nothing like getting your Hebrew name. And just like you born when you're a little baby, how you don't name yourself, guess what? You don't name yourself here.
Right.
Your brothers name you. The man over you name you. They see you. They see how you move. They see how you what. And that's how you get your goddamn name, man. And I'm telling you, I know this for a fact because I feel this way. And let me tell you something. Every brother in I.S.U.P.K feel the same goddamn way because we wouldn't be here either. If we didn't feel the same way, we wouldn't be here. You understand? I know for a fact that every brother that got their Hebrew name cherish their name. It means everything to them.
So somebody had another question.
Most High Christ. Let's get that question. I was just babbling on anyway.
They asked, what's your outlook on trans women?
Oh Oh man, I can't say what I really want to say. I'm gonna just say what the Lord would say. You get what I'm saying? The Lord would tell you like this. There's 1,000 scriptures to prove me right. You get what I'm saying? Them brothers, them brothers need to repent.
Right.
Repent or die. It's that simple. I have no outlook on trans women. There is no such thing as a goddamn trans women. You keep believing in the philosophies of America if you want to. Believing in the philosophies of America is going to get you destroyed. That's what it's going to do. It's going to get you destroyed. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull a scripture real quick. Looking for that follow not the way of the heathens. Because that's all that is. Let's get Jeremiah 10:1. For trans women, you know what that is? That is the oppressor looking to destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And when you think about it, that whole Black Lives Matter and all this marching and all of that stuff, what did it turn into very quickly? It turned into a march for gay supremacy. That's what it turned into. It turned into a homosexual march for gay supremacy, wanting gays to rule over everything. I start seeing transgender signs. Black transgender lives matter. What the hell is that? What the hell does that even mean? Let me know when you get the scripture.
I got it.
Let's get it.
Jeremiah 10:1.
This is what I think about transgender so-called women. Let's get it.
Hear ye the word which the Most High speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Oh, who?
O house of Israel.
Everybody.
O house of Israel.
I don't give a damn what the heathen do. I don't give a damn about the Moabite, the Ammonite, the Hamites, the Egyptians. I don't give a damn about them. But the house of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's all I care about. And here's what we need to understand. Keep going.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Most High.
Who say?
The Most High.
Everybody say.
The Most High.
The Most High says this. Not your guy. It don't matter what your Christian pastors say. It don't matter what the white man says. The Most High said this. Keep going.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
To think that you can be anything that you want to be in this world is the way of the heathen.
All right.
You understand? To think that you can be anything that you want to be in this world is the way of the heathen. That's who it is. The heathen teaches that. The heathen tells you that you can be anything that you want to be in America. And guess what? For him, that's true. For him and his household, that's true. They can be anything they want to be. If they're a man and want to be a woman, they can do that. If they're a woman and want to be a man, they can do that. But guess who can't do that? The house of Israel. The house of Israel cannot do that. The house of Israel have one mission and one mission only, and that is to serve the Most High God. Point blank, period. There is no in between. There is no but if, none of that. That is your only mission. Life is about warfare and warfare only. Everything else that you do in between there is just a blessing. But the main course of your life is about warfare. If you get to have some type of joy out of this life, hey, congratulations, you did good. You understand? But other than that, it's about warfare. And warfare is not about joy. It's not about enjoying yourself. It's not about doing what you want to do. That is not what warfare is about. Warfare is about following orders. And we have orders to follow. We have laws, statutes, and commandments to follow. And it's as simple as that. Read that again if you could.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Keep going.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Listen, they going to look up and think that everything. Listen, America is heaven for a lot of slaves, because they get a little piece of the pie and they think that they've made it. Like I'll give you a prime example, so you don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Everybody knows who Magic Johnson is, right? The basketball player. Here's the funny part. This nigga had cooties since I was like 6 years old. This nigga had cooties, the HIV virus, since I was like 6, 7 years old. And this nigga ain't went nowhere. You understand? This nigga is still alive and kicking to this day at Whole Foods, touching on foods, still sleeping with white women. He's still doing all that. You get what I'm saying? But he's had AIDS since I was like 6, 7 years old. You get what I'm saying? But have you ever seen his son? I don't mean to laugh, Salakia. I don't mean to laugh, but his son is completely destroyed. His son is completely destroyed because he became dismayed at the signs of heaven. America is his heaven. He became dismayed because America was his heaven. He didn't see the Most High's heaven.
All right.
If he did, then he wouldn't have became a goddamn flaming homosexual.
All right.
You understand? He's seen the white man's heaven. And in the white man's heaven, the least threatening he was, the more that he was able to get in life. So he decided the only way for him to be non-threatening was to become a straight woman. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But guess what that is? That is the way of the heathen. That is the way of Bruce Jenner. You get what I'm saying? The way of the goddamn heathen, man. And that is something that we do not do here in Israel, man. Them brothers, listen, let me tell you something. The people that follow that, the people that do that and don't want to serve the Most High, the fact of the matter is they're going to be put to death. They are going to be put to death. You understand? The Most High is not with that. You can't show me one scripture showing me that the Most High is with that the Most High accepts that's okay with him. I can show you 1,000 scriptures saying that he ain't. You get what I'm saying? But you can't show me none that says he is. So about the transgender and all that, I could give a damn about that, man. You understand? That's to destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Anything that's to destroy blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, I hate. Anything that's pro-blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, I'm for it.
All right.
It's that simple. So lucky, if I could, I want to actually go into let's see. I think I'm gonna go into the book of Obadiah. I want to go into the book of Obadiah. Actually, before I go into the book of Obadiah, I want you to play that video if you could. Of here's the problem. We have to learn not to follow the way of the heathen, man. We gotta quit trying to follow the way of the heathen, and we gotta quit trying to love the oppressor. You understand? Because loving the oppressor, let me tell you something. I can't love two nations. I can't love the Chinese and love the blacks. Because when it comes down to it, and it comes a time that I have to choose, who am I going to choose? You can't choose, right? You've seen it all the time. You see it on these goddamn reality shows when they have a choice. They're like, I can't choose. I love them both. I love them both. I can't choose. Oh, my God. Like, listen, that is a sign of weakness. That is a sign of wickedness. It's an easy choice for me. I'm black. So you know who I choose? Blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native Indians. That's who I choose. I will never choose anything outside of that. I will only choose blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Guess what the white man is going to choose? He's going to choose only whites. It don't matter if they're from Norway, Russia, Ishmael. It don't matter where the hell they're from. They're going to choose only their own. And for you to keep thinking that you could get away with trying to love two nations, it's only going to destroy you. I'm sorry, first.
Brother, come to class. Yeah, I came from the shit. Yeah, we got class right now. Yeah, some kind of
What's going on, brother?
Put your hands over this way on this wall. You have any knives, weapons, explosive devices?
Right. And like I was saying, loving these other nations ain't going to do nothing but get us destroyed. You understand? We can't love another nation and try to love ourselves at the same time. If you got to choose between you eating and your enemy eating, are you going to choose your goddamn enemy? Or are you going to choose yourself? You understand?
You got any questions, just raise your hand.
Damn right. Hey, appreciate you showing up, brother. Most High Christ. You can't choose between your enemy's survival and your survival. That's not how it works. You understand? So if you black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, Guess who you need to choose? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The white man is always going to choose this nation, man. He's always going to choose this nation. It's a video that I want to play, and I want to play this video to show you how it looks when you choose another nation, man. How weak you look and how soft you look. And another purpose of this video is to show you something else, that a woman should never, ever, ever be put in a position of leadership. If a woman is put in a position of leadership, everything is going to hell in a handbasket ASAP. Because a woman is not going to lead by righteousness. She's going to lead by emotions. She's going to make decisions based off her emotions. She's not going to make decisions based off of what's best for the nation, what's best for her people, what's best for everybody. She's going to make decisions based off of her emotions. You got that video? Let's get it.
Hold on. And I'm going live because this is what the fuck black men need to do. This raggedy ass man just robbed
pause it right there.
white men for no reason.
Pause it right there. Right there. That lets you know that this video started off all wrong. The first thing that she said is that I'm going live to tell you that this is what black men need to do. Let me tell you something. A woman can never tell a man what he needs to do. Right. At all. Point blank, period. It is not a woman's place to guide a man, to raise a man. If I make a mistake, you know who checks me? Another man. Another woman can never, listen, a woman can never check me. Ever. Ever. It's a man's place to check me, not a woman's. You get what I'm saying? That's just a pecking order. You get what I'm saying? That's what the Lord said. Point blank, period. Let's get the rest.
This all white man for no reason.
No, she's mad because the white man got.
And you just robbed that man like that. You bogus as a bitch, sir. And this what we fighting for now.
Pause. Pause. What are we fighting for, according to her? I don't mean to laugh because it's sad, man, but that's funny to me because she said that we fighting for white supremacy. That's basically what she just said. We fighting for white supremacy. This is what we fighting for? That's what she just asked. So in her mind, we fighting to what? To be equal with white people? To make sure white people? She's mad because this black man, listen, let me make myself very clear. Here in I.S.U.P.K, we do not condone criminal activity. You get what I'm saying? We do not condone the robbing, raping, pillaging, looting, none of that. We do not condone it, right? But when we say we don't condone it, it ain't just for our people. It's for the other nations too. You get what I'm saying? She is mad at this brother because she allegedly saw this brother supposedly robbing this devil, right? Robbing the devil. She's mad. So she tells her brother to get out and chase the nigga down and all this and that. But my thing is this. Where is her anger for that white man? Let me ask you something. If she's mad at that black man right there from robbing a white man, why ain't she mad at the white man? How did the white man get America again? You know, brother, how did the white man get America? He stole it. He raped, robbed, pillaged, looted, murdered to get America. But she's not mad at that. She's not mad at that. Right. She's not mad at that. She's mad at him. Keep going. Let's get the rest of this video.
Yeah, my brother chased his bitch ass down the street and made him return all that shit. Sit your ass down.
What the fuck the money?
Did somebody call the police?
You just lied to me. I should bust your shit for line, nigga. I should bust your shit for line.
We rode right past you and we seen you robbing. We seen you.
Pause it right there on that brother. I was trying to show what that brother looked like. Look at this brother right here, man. This goddamn brother looks destroyed. You feel what I'm saying? This brother looks like he doesn't have a pot to piss in and wanted to throw it out. And they are mad at him. They are mad at him for being poor and destroyed. They're not mad at the people who made him poor and destroyed him, but they mad at him for living that way. You get what I'm saying? Who does that, man? This is Christianity in its true form right here.
All right.
This is the basics and the foundation of Christianity. Go ahead, soldier.
You guys have any Bible or anything or as personal literature that because when I was my mom passed away from coronavirus. I was staying down at the shelter. So I moved from my old age.
Right.
Right now, me and her into it right now. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna make it up.
Damn right.
That's no doubt. I'm stuck in my feelings right now. We said some things that we shouldn't have said to each other. I don't have because when I was down there, my ID got stolen, my social security, my cell phone, my Bible, anything I really had, clothes, everything. So I went just 2 weeks ago to help my uncle clear out the whole garage. I got some little clothes, you know what I'm saying? Some little, just some little things that can push me over
Right.
from week to week. I ain't used to it that way, but right now I don't have I got my ID, I don't have a social security card, I don't have my birth certificate, so I can't get a job. So this is I don't mean to bring this burden on.
No, you good. Listen, that's what we're here for, brother.
This is what I'm going through. This is what I'm going through right now.
Right.
You know, I ain't been out to the cemetery in years. I'm 10 years back. I went out there to visit my father, grandfather. And when I left, I didn't feel the same person. I felt less than the same person. Could you explain why?
Can I explain why? Well, it's very simple. No, it's very simple. The reason why is because the Lord is trying to tell you something. You understand? And I want you to take the Christian stigma off of it. You get what I'm saying? I want you to take the Christian off of it because that's something that your Christian pastor would say. The Lord is trying to tell you something, and then he'll hit you with some bull crap that don't make any sense. But at the end of the day, it'll make you feel good. And that's all brothers is looking to do is to feel good. You get what I'm saying? But here, we're not looking to make you feel good. And here, we're going to make you be good. You get what I'm saying? So the reason all of that's happening and you felt that way is because the Lord is telling you something, right? And here's what the Lord is telling you. Like we've talked several times, right, brother?
Right.
How many times have you came in this class? This is your first time. But we've talked multiple times, right?
Yes, sir.
And listen, the Lord is trying to tell you, you know where the truth is, right?
Right.
You know where the truth is. This is the home of the truth. He's making you feel that way to see where you at, to bring you here into the home of the truth. And that's why you're here now. Because out there, when you don't have the knowledge, when you don't have the strength, it's going to tear you apart. But in here, men stand mighty like oak trees that's been growing for 50 years. You understand? And that's why you're here now, man. So you can see the difference in between being torn down out there and being built up here in I.S.U.P.K under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. You understand? You need to be here. You need to hear this truth. You need to learn. You understand? What we need to understand is that everything else that we think matters really don't matter. You get what I'm saying? Really don't matter. We have to learn how to serve the Lord. And once we learn how to serve the Lord, everything that we thought was important, we figure out it ain't. Everything that we cherished, we figure out we shouldn't have cherished it. And the Lord will give you everything that you ever lost tenfold. Only thing you have to do is serve him. Point blank, period. This walk ain't no easy walk. You get what I'm saying? I've seen brothers come, I've seen brothers go. But the brothers I see stay, I see them become more powerful than any brother out there in the world. Any brother out there on them streets, I see them become 1,000 times more powerful than them. You get what I'm saying? They get defeated by the world. They get defeated by everything that's going on in their life. Here, that doesn't happen. Here, you learn how to slay all them things, man, and stay in complete and absolute power with the Most High.
Right.
Understand? And that's what it's about, man. So in short, the reason all them things happen to you is for you to be right here, right now, man, and learn what it is to be a strong black man, truly a strong black man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I left the house, my intention was on up the street and getting plastered.
Yeah, listen. Listen.
I said, I ain't stopping this. I done met these brothers that good, and I have never stopped and sit.
Most High Christ. Well, listen. We got class today. We got class tomorrow. We got class after that. We got class Friday. That's all we do, man. This.
Papers because I had lost my.
No sweat. We get you one.
I had lost my phone. You
No,
know,
we got you. We get you one, man. But these classes is for brothers, man. And we gonna be here, man. When you tired of the world kicking your ass, we gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you got two options, man. And this is the absolute truth. You got two options. Either you can come into this school willingly, or you can come into school by force. But at the end of the day, with everything that's going on in the world, this is gonna be the last safe haven for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? This is it. Nobody else gives a damn about nothing that you're going through. Nobody else don't have the answers for anything you're going through. You understand? This is it. This is it, and this is all, man. This is the end all, be all, man. And if I could, man, like, I want you to watch this video. Like, you see how this brother's destroyed right here? Like, look at that brother, man. They mad at this brother right here. This is the hate that we have to deal with. You get what I'm saying? Like when brothers do wicked things to their own people, they do it out of hate. For a brother to steal from you, for a brother to take from you, like you was just saying, you was at the shelter, right? And somebody stole your stuff from the shelter. Why would you steal from somebody that's in the same position as you? What did they get by doing that? That didn't benefit them not a lick. That was just evil. That was just evil and wicked. That don't benefit our brother a bit. Stealing from you. We in the same goddamn position. The position of having bare minimum. We being oppressed by the same goddamn enemy. We are up under the same curses. We suffering through the same affliction. And you take it from me. What does that solve? Absolutely nothing. And here's the spirit on them people. The same spirit that's on these brothers right here. I wanted to show this brother right here so we can see. Like, this is what we going through here in America. They hate this brother. We hate our own. You get what I'm saying? We hate our own, but we don't have any hate for the person that's responsible for us being in the position that we in.
All right.
We love him. We love the white man. But every nigga that we see that's struggling, that's messed up, you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, nigger. Get a job, nigger. I don't care about what you're going through. Only time we care is when we see a white man going through turmoil and pain and suffering, man. And that's wrong. That's wrong. We have to love our brothers and our sisters, man. And the brothers and the sisters that I'm talking about ain't the other nations. It's every single solitary black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Because them are the ones that suffer like us. The niggas is in the ghettos. The Hispanics is in the barrios. And the Indians are on the reservations. All of those are the worst of the worst. The white man is in the boondocks. He got it made. Get what I'm saying? He living in $100,000 houses. He got his own goddamn gated community. He has all of that. He is not harassed. He is not controlled. He is not murdered. He is not none of that the same way that we are. I want you to pay attention to this video because I got another one to play after this.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Did you call the police?
She's asking the white man if he's okay.
What the fuck is that? How much you have? Is that all you have, sir?
Look, pause. You see how this white man living? Nice car, suit, He good. Do he look hurt or injured? He look fine, right? Now they saying that brother allegedly robbed this man right here. He looking like shit. I didn't have this much money, but I'll take it. You get what I'm saying? Listen, they got all the love in the world and compassion for this man right here. Does that man look like he wants or need for anything? He has a whole goddamn country that him and his forefathers have robbed, raped, pillaged, murdered, and stole to half. But yet still go ahead and hit play.
Is that all you got?
Don't move, nigga. Don't move, nigga. I mean that shit. This shit pissing me the fuck off.
Cause you found
If you could, go back a little bit to when the nigga gave him the money. I want you to hear what he say to him.
that all you had, sir? Is that
Here you go, boss.
is that all
You hear what he said? He said, here you go. And what did he call him?
Here you go, boss.
Worse,
is that all you
called him boss. Here you go, boss. He said, here you go, boss. And then her, is that all you had? Here you go, boss. I'm some good niggas. We ain't like this nigga right here. That's a bad nigga right there. We the good niggas. These people right here is the people who would have traded on you on the plantation. You understand? This is the product of Christianity. He gave him that money and said, here you go, boss.
You know something strange.
Go ahead.
I'm glad I'm here. I was just sitting at the crib 3 days ago,
Right.
and I pay attention to every damn thing that passed my eyes. So I decided, I have my uncle do this, and I have my uncle do that. He got some DVDs with that.
Right.
So I slid in Malcolm X. And I just didn't look at it. I looked at the commentary and everything to see how dumbfounded he was, how smart he was, what he did, how he did it, and what he did it for. And then the same clip right here popped in my head. Okay. You doing something for somebody. Okay. Now, on the other hand, you're not even doing this for yourself. So then sometime down through the movie, you know what I'm saying? I see something different. You know he was silenced 3 times, right?
Right. Yeah, we
The
talk about
second time he was silenced for 60 days. The third time he was silenced.
that's when he left the nation.
When he left the nation. And
Right.
he went to Africa. And then he seen everybody in Africa. White, black, candy stripe. It didn't make no difference. And then when he wrote his wife read that letter to Elijah Muhammad and the nation of Islam. His own people killed him.
Right.
And then
And you know why?
that same night, I watched that movie 3 times.
But do you know why the Nation of Islam killed him?
He had too much time.
No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. At the end of the day, this is why they killed him. Because at the end of the day, the Nation of Islam is Christianity. And Christianity is what? I don't expect you to know this, but I want to see. What is Christianity? Like these are
religion.
damn right. White supremacy. You're right. White privilege, white supremacy. That's why they killed him. The Nation of Islam is white supremacy. At the end of the day, that's your phone ringing, soldier. Go ahead and kill that for me. You know what I'm saying? The Nation of Islam is white supremacy, and that's why they killed him. You get what I'm saying? Because Muhammad was in the so-called honorable Elijah Muhammad was in the bed with white leaders, with white supremacists. He was in the bed with the politicians. You get what I'm saying? Making things easier for him, making his money. You get what I'm saying? The same way with Farrakhan. Whenever Farrakhan needs some money, he has a $1 Million Man March, cash out. You get what I'm saying? Straight cash out. Because them marches ain't did shit. Salaki, my language. Them marches ain't did nothing for blacks, Hispanics, or Native Indians. Nothing. Nothing.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
This is something I don't understand. Not the nation of Islam, but Muslims. What's the difference between you guys and Muslims?
Oh man, there's a big difference. Number one, we blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of Israel. You get what I'm saying? Now, the difference is this: like the people, the so-called black, the Nation of Islam or whatever, those ain't real Muslims. If you want to know who the real Muslims are, go to the chicken spot right up here down the street. Right? There's a chicken spot. I can't remember the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. What nation? What is he in there?
Shiite.
That's a Muslim.
There's Shiite, Orthodox, Unorthodox, and Sunni.
And they're all Muslims. Shiite Muslim, Sunni Muslim. You get what I'm saying? They're all Muslims. But that's a nation. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a nation. And even if you was to convert to Muslim like the Nation of Islam, how many niggas would you think you'd see working in there? Exactly. Exactly. That's you following after another religion that don't give a damn about you, just like Christianity. The difference is this: blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are to serve the Most High in Christ. Point blank, period. Because that's who our blood ties are to. I don't give a damn about any other nation and who they serve. They can serve Zeus, Thor, go to Ragnarok, Van Hell. I don't give a damn. You get what I'm saying? As long as they die slow, so me and my brothers can thrive. You get what I'm saying? That's what matters. So the difference between us and them is that we're the Lord's chosen people. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And them people, them same people, like they ain't got no love for us. They come in the hood and take all our goddamn money. But if you need a job, if you went there and told him, man, let me get a job, I'll work under the table. You just cash me out every night. What you think he'll tell you? He gonna tell you, hell no, I don't need you, nigga.
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that.
Because I used to work right up there on 25th Keystone.
And what does that mean?
In Keystone Market up there.
I got what you're saying.
It was a Muslim brother. Ran that store.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. You talking about, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. He used to sell the knockoff Jordans and all of that, right down the street from PJ's Barbecue and all that. You know why he did that? Look at the neighborhood. Look,
he sold that store to Indian.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. But look at the neighborhood. Right down the street from that is Hillside Apartments. Who lives in Hillside Apartments? Negroes. He had no choice, because the second that he did something that offended niggas, he knew his store didn't stand a chance. We know about that neighborhood. That's all that went over there was robbing and killing and dope selling and all of that, right? He didn't say nothing to the niggas in front of his store hustling now, did he? You understand? He knew his place. He didn't do that out of love. He did that out of survival. He didn't do that because it benefited you. He did that because it benefited him. And that's the difference.
All right.
You understand? If it didn't benefit him, if he had the power to say no, he would have. He did that because he wanted to show that he had love, even though it wasn't really love. It was just a smart business deal. I know exactly. I used to stay in Hillside. I know shit. I used to go there and buy all my little knockoff Jordans, all my little street clothes. I stand right outside there next to the laundromat, sell all my little dope. That was me. I used to run Hillside. Yeah. You know why? Because they was moving more dope than a little bit.
The real reason why, I found out the real reason why.
Yeah, because they wouldn't paying the cops. They stopped paying the cops. That's why.
PJ, his health went bad.
Yeah, but he had, you see all them grandsons and nephews he had? I knew half them niggas.
And they wasn't doing what they were supposed to do.
Listen, because they stopped making food and just start selling straight dope. Like the restaurant was open, but you go in there and try to order some shit and they would tell you 2 hours.
Yeah.
For some shit that takes 30 minutes. I understand. Listen, I'm from the hood, man. I was there through all that time, man.
You know where 99's is right there?
Of course, man.
That if you walk out of Don Don's, that first apartment, first the face Keystone.
Yeah, you talk about DJ Don.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
That first apartment.
I lived all through there. I used to hang with Don.
No, I'm saying that first apartment straight across from the store. I lived in that apartment.
Got you. Oh, okay, I got
I
you.
lived there with my sister.
Yeah.
My other sister. You come in that gate right there where it's open at.
Right.
And you swing around to your right and you go all the way to the back there where the little monkey bars and the little park is back there.
Right.
That first house is set right there to your left. That's where my other sister stayed.
Right. Listen, man. I'm surprised. Listen, me and you probably crossed paths before, man. Because listen, I'm a Naptown nigga to the fullest, man. I'm born and raised here. I did everything except from what I'm doing now, and that's serving the Most High in Christ, man. That's why I'm here now, because I'd have been in the streets. I'd have done all that, man. And nothing.
How did I hear your voice? How did I have had a chance to hear your voice for 5 minutes? Your voice do sound.
Listen, man, I was horrible out here, man. One thing I prided myself on was trying to be a real nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, and everything that I learned from the streets, I tried to bring it here into the UPK, which the main thing is this, loyalty. Loyalty, because I understood one thing. It's a difference between being loyal to the wrong people, and that's what I was. I was loyal to the wrong people. Now, all that same loyalty, all that same passion, all that same energy, I put into serving the Most High in Christ, man.
Right.
That's what I do, man. Because I look, that stuff right there, what we talking about, we ain't going to do nothing but get us killed. Us trying to think that we got a relationship with heathens with nothing. That was benefiting them. That didn't benefit us in the long run. You get what I'm saying? No niggas never end up owning anything over there. And when niggas did own something over there, they wouldn't do nothing but destroying their brothers and sisters by selling drugs. Me included, I did the same thing. Until this man right here brought me out of that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? He told me that if I really love my people, I wouldn't sell them drugs. And guess what? I really love my people. So I stopped selling drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love my people enough not to do them like this. I love my people enough not to choose a goddamn devil over my brothers. You understand? Because I understand that the reason that we sell drugs is this. Who puts the drugs in our communities? Damn right. Why come these goddamn heathens, like you said, Shad is able to open up a shop in a predominantly black neighborhood? All that strip right there should have been all owned by niggas. It was only one spot owned by niggas. Right or wrong? PJs. And they selling pork out that goddamn place.
Well,
Pork and
PJs and PJs and that and
talk about the DJ booth.
The laundromat.
No, the laundromat was owned by a heathen.
No.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That laundromat. First, it went from white folks to black folks, and then when the black folk got it, they opened the same
to a beauty salon. I know
salon.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it went from that to Metro PCS.
Listen, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Let me tell you something. The black folks was just the face. Just the face. I used to hustle right there all day, every fucking day. It was, I mean to cuss, you know what I'm saying? Salakia. But like I used to hustle there all day, every day. I thought the niggas owned it too, because they was always there. If you needed some change, they change you out, they open it, they close it. But when it came time to collect the money, I got them Moabite would pop up. He would pop up in a white Lexus. Get the money and cut out. He was the owner. They was just the face of the franchise. Like the Popeyes lady. She's the face of the franchise. She's not the goddamn owner. Just like an NFL team with a black running back, with a black wide receiver. When they see all the posters and stuff, you see Marvin Harrison and Andrew James and Reggie Wayne. But it's Jim Irsay is the owner. You get what I'm saying? You don't see him on the poster. They're gonna advertise the niggas because these heathens operate in war strategy. In order to move undercover and to not get their stuff taken and destroyed, they're going to put black people as the face. You get what I'm saying? It ain't because they care about them black people or because they care about the black community. It's a business move for them. It's a goddamn laundromat. Now, if it would have been a goddamn Chinese restaurant, it wouldn't have been no niggas in there.
Exactly.
We had the Korean store right next to it. Remember the nail shop and all that? You didn't see any niggas working in there, did you? Damn right you didn't. It's only when it benefits them. Them other shops didn't benefit them by hiring niggas, so they didn't. You get what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. These nations hate us, man. And they're gonna always give us bare minimum. Damn giving me a goddamn job, give me ownership, make me a partner. They always want to make partners. How many times have we watched a goddamn white movie where they're like, I'm trying to make partner. I'm not just working for this company, I'm trying to make partner. I want co-ownership. I want this, I want that. They go for big ambitions. They ain't just going for no goddamn paycheck. They going for stability for generations. For generations. That's what we need to do. Instead of hating our goddamn mom. I want to get back to this video real quick where this black man just called this white devil boss. You get what I'm saying?
Is that all you got?
Don't move, nigga. Don't move.
Listen to him. Don't move, nigga. Don't move.
Listen to the fuck up.
Because you found her.
He ready to kill that man.
And we walked back and you were clearly robbing this man. You found.
Your ass is done, my nigga.
You found his
Pause
addiction,
it.
you was robbing.
Did you just hear what he said? Yeah, and go get your ass a job. Go get your ass a job. When have you ever seen a poor, disenfranchised white devil with a sign that says need help, homeless, anything with help, God bless, and you seen black people like, get a job, whitey? You've never seen it, right? Even when you see white people robbing and doing wicked crimes, you never hear no other white people tell them to go get a job. You never hear black people tell them go get a job or nothing like that, right? They just told this man to go get a job. My thing is this. From where? We are always the last hired and the first fired.
Right.
This man shouldn't have to get a job. This man should have ownership of something. He descends from the same people that built this goddamn country. Built this country. That white man that they're loving and want to help so bad, and that's why they fighting for us, for that white man. He descends from the people that stole this country and didn't build a goddamn thing, but prisons. You understand? This is the concept of Christianity. This is the true nature of Christianity. Go ahead. Right.
I mean, this man, and I wouldn't fuck like that.
This is the Black Lives Movement right here. This is what Black Lives Matters is all about. Hating black people.
Go get the car. I'll make sure it's right here. You get the car. And if I was you, I wouldn't hit me. On God, I wouldn't hit you. Because my brother not gonna play with you. My brother not gonna play with you. Go get the car before somebody.
So she controlling her brother like some type of tool. Pause it real quick. If I could, that black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, this is exactly why you should never let a woman rule over you. You see all that goddamn loud mouth she got? She talking about my brother this, my brother that, blase scoop, my brother, my brother, my brother. If she had love for her goddamn brother, you know what she would do? She would shut her goddamn mouth. Because let me tell you something, and I don't mean this in no harsh way whatsoever. I'm just speaking true facts. Had that have been me, she would have got that man hurt really bad. Really, really bad. She would have been the reason why I damn near killed that man. Because she's instigating him and hyping his head up. You get what I'm saying? Right. Hyping his head up. And here's the thing. They don't know what that man is going through. That man is oppressed and destroyed out here. They don't know what that man is going through. But instead of them trying to figure it out, they instantly turned against him and hated that brother, man. And if I could, let me get 1 John 4:20.
Yeah.
1 John 4:20. Like, they hate that brother. They hate that brother's guts. If I was you, I wouldn't do this. Because if you put your hands on me, my brother gonna mess you up. My brother, I would have slapped her and shot him. It's a lucky. It's a lucky. You get what I'm saying? If I was in the world. You get what I'm saying? Straight up. He go to the gym and do all that weightlifting just for a nigga like me to put a bullet in him. So lucky. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas go to the gym. Some niggas go to the range. So lucky. You know what I'm saying? You can't play with people like that. You can't play with somebody who's destroyed how you destroyed, man, and expect them just to take it on the chin. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'll tell you who really had the spirit of brotherhood in this whole video. It's the brother that they trying to bully on. He really had the spirit of brotherhood. He sat there and he took all that lashing that these people are dishing out, man. even though he's the one in a bad situation. Nobody wanted to help him. Nobody wanted to say, all right, give that brother his money back. All right, you gave the devil his money back. Now, what do you need, brother? What do you need? How can I help you?
Right.
How can I bring you out of the situation you in? You need some money? Here goes some money. You didn't have to take from the devil. Listen, according to Christianity, that's supposed to be a spirit, right? Even if you wanted to help the devil, why don't you want to help the brother? Why you got to threaten him? I'll bust you in your head if you move. I wish you would. You wish you would do what? Be poor and disenfranchised and suffering? Is that what you wish you would do? He's already almost cussed. He's already freaking doing that, man.
Right.
That brother is suffering. That brother's in pain. That brother is the one in need. And they worried about a goddamn devil who probably lied. You get what I'm saying? They didn't ask no questions about nothing. Just like the police when they pulled up. They get this from watching police harass blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians all the goddamn time. You get what I'm saying? This is why women shouldn't be in leadership. And this is why nobody but the ISUPK should be in total control of black neighborhoods.
Right.
We would have policed that situation the right way. It would have came before the man of the Lord, and we would have judged it just. We'd have been like, well, you know what I'm saying? I don't see any wrong this brother did. Send about his merry way. This devil's supposed to pay tribute.
Right.
He's supposed to pay tribute to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the descendants of the slaves. This oppressor has reaped the benefits of America since America has been in existence. And you crying over a couple of goddamn dollars when this man has a whole goddamn nation behind him? Where is our goddamn nation behind us? We don't have any. Let's get that scripture.
1 John 4:3.
No, 4:20.
1 John 4:20.
Go ahead.
If a man say, I love God.
Now listen, you ask this chick, you ask that dude right now if they believe in Jesus, if they believe in God, if they love the Most High and they love Christ, what do you think they're gonna say? No, they're gonna say yeah. Everybody says yeah.
Yeah, they gonna say yeah on that, but the average to walk up this street.
They're gonna say yeah. They are gonna say yeah. Do you love God? Yeah, I love God. They're gonna say yeah. They love God.
No, you're right.
Like
My mouth.
no, you're good. But like everybody wants to love God. Everybody wants to love the Most High Christ. Right. We're about to get to that. Like everybody, you ask them right now, man, do you believe in Christ? They're gonna tell you yes. We're Christian. We follow Christian values. We believe in the Christian philosophy. Keep going.
If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother.
And do what to his brother?
And hateth his brother.
Let me tell you something. That what we just witnessed is hate. Because they never once asked what could they do to help that brother. They wanted to beat him to death. They was threatening the whole goddamn time. They never asked, hey, brother, what put you in this situation that you felt like you had to steal from this oppressor? That you had to steal from the white man? And let me tell you something. Salakia from what I'm about to say. I don't want y'all to misconstrue what I'm about to say right here, right now. But, and truth be told, listen, you would think, once more, this is not the ISUPK. If this is not the ISUPK stance, this is not what we stand for. This is not what we represent. This is just me trying to teach a class and bring things into light, into focus on the hatred of our own and the love for the oppressor. That's all this is. This is not the UPK stance. We are not a violent organization. We do not believe in violence, but we will defend our goddamn selves. You get what I'm saying? We will defend ourselves. We do not believe in violence. But you play with me and my brothers, and I will get violent. But this is my opinion. My opinion. Nobody else's opinion on this situation. Just mine. This is my opinion on this situation. Here's the thing. Like I said, now these are supposed to be a Christian organization, right? Then you ask them if they love the Most High God, they're gonna tell you yes, right? My thing is this. They are mad at that brother. They're mad at him, not because he robbed, not because he stole, but because he did it to a white man. That's why they are mad. If he had did it to a black person, they would have kept riding.
Right.
They wouldn't have blinked. They wouldn't have batted an eye. They wouldn't have lost a wink of sleep. But because they did it to a white man, there's a goddamn problem. And here's where my thing is this. Once more, this is just my opinion. This is for teaching purposes only. Wouldn't it be better that if he did it to a goddamn enemy than to one of his brothers? Now, I'm not condoning it. Don't screw what I'm saying the wrong way. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, if you're going to rob somebody, wouldn't it be better to rob a robber?
Right.
Wouldn't it be better to rob somebody who has stolen and pillaged and raped and robbed everything and has done it his whole goddamn life? Wouldn't it be better to take from him? Like, I'll give you an analogy. When I was in the world, it was one thing that we never did when we was in the streets. We never messed with women and we never messed with kids. No women, no kids, no old ladies. We didn't snatch purses. In fact, we had such a moral disposition, like our moral compass was so messed up that if we heard that you did something to an old lady, we would probably beat you up and beat you up bad. You get what I'm saying? Because no women, no kids. Anybody ever seen Scarface?
That's pieces of it.
Like Scarface. Remember when he killed the dude, the right hand man from Sosa's assassin, when he's supposed to be killing a journalist or whatever, and he told him the women and the kids got in the car, and he was like, no women, no kids. Like Scarface was the ruthless of the ruthless. This nigga killed his best friend, right? But one thing that he would not budge on is his moral compass when it came to women and kids. His balls in his word. No women, no kids, right? That's what he lived by. No women, no kids. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like no, that's his sister. Yeah, that was his best friend he killed. He married his sister. It ain't like he was treating his sister like some whore. He married his sister and he killed her. You get what I'm saying? Because that was his sister. He stood on that. He didn't want nobody touching his sister. Nobody touches his sister and no women and no kids. That's what he stood on. You did them, you die. You get what I'm saying? He stood on that. That's what we stood on. You get what I'm saying? Like a moral compass is good to have. So my thing is this: wouldn't it be good to have a moral compass that said, you know what? As long as I love my people, everything is good. As long as I have mercy on my people, everything is good. These people don't have no moral compass. They seen this white man in need, and they wanted brownie points. They wanted to feel like they done something special by saving this oppressor. And they hated that brother. If I could, let's get that scripture one more time.
1 John 4:20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
He is a liar. Keep going.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen.
Like they can see that brother right there. They see that brother's in poverty. They see that brother's in need. They see that brother don't have a decent shirt, a pair of pants, a pair of shoes, hungry, starving, all of that. They see that. Keep going.
How can he love God whom he hath not seen?
How can he love the Most High? You love that goddamn devil more than you do your brother. You love your enemy more than you do your brother. Shame on them, man. Shame on the Christian church, man. Once more, I'm not condoning. If what that brother did, if what they say, if what they accused him of is true, I don't condone it. Shame on that brother for doing that. But even more shame on them for treating that brother the way they did. Why come they just couldn't help that brother out? Hey, brother, look, give that devil back his money. You don't have to steal from him. We will help you. Come on, come to my house, get a shower, get a bath. Here's some money, kick rocks. That would have been more beneficial and more glorious in the eyes of the Lord than what they've done. What they've done right now, whether they know it or not, like it or not, understand it or not, is make enemies of the Most High. The Most High said this: if you do it to the least of me, you have done it to me. If you have done it to the least, you have done it to me. That brother right there is the least of us, man. That brother right there is in pain and suffering. Why else do you goddamn steal? You steal because you in pain and suffering and have absolutely nothing and feel like you have to do this because you're your own survival mechanism, right? Everybody understands it when a white man took America, but you don't understand it when a brother going to a goddamn grocery store and take some goddamn hamburger to try to feed his family, to feed himself. You don't understand it then. That goes to show you how much the world hates Black and Hispanics and Native Indians. And this video right here is a prime example of what we always say. It's a prime example of this class. Only the ISUPK wants to see the white man fall.
Right.
You see this right here? This brother, this sister, they don't want to see the white man fall. Hit play if you could. Hit play. They are mad because they don't want to see the white man fall.
No, not really. No.
They don't want to see him suffer.
That shit bogus in the bitch.
Look, it's bogus to her.
Hold on. If y'all don't go, we ain't asking for no attention. We ain't doing none of that. This vibe is because me and my brother was riding past this bank right here, BMO on Wisconsin, and this man was robbing this white old man. Pushed him on the ground and started robbing him. My brother hit the corner and hit the block one more time.
Where's that same energy when a cop got his knee on a goddamn brother neck?
Right. No.
Where's that same energy? Where's that same love? Where's that same compassion when cops are killing Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians all the goddamn time? She'd have rolled past George Floyd getting choked out and kept riding. This bitch right here is the same bitch that have been recording. That nigga right there is the same nigga that would have been recording. You get what I'm saying? They would have recorded a nigga dying, seeing him get put to death. They would have recorded it, but they see a white man getting robbed. And like once more, that nigga, that brother didn't have no weapon. Want me to tell you how I know that brother didn't have no weapon? Because both of them would have been injured by now. That brother had some type of knife or something. I'm pretty sure he would have stabbed somebody up.
Right.
This nigga, you putting that move, I'll punch you in the face. He'd have been like, let me pull this switchblade out and slice this nigga one time. Because right now it's a survival mechanism. He's in survival mode. I'm not about to let you beat me to death. I'm going to stab you if I got a knife. I'm going to shoot you if I got a gun. You're not about to beat me to death. That's human nature. Except when it comes for the oppressor. That's just his nature, period.
Question.
Go ahead.
That boy Polo asked, Salakia, sir, can I get a breakdown on Leviticus 19 and 17?
Let's get Leviticus 19 and 17. Let's get that brother's breakdown. Leviticus 19 and 17.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Wow, listen, that thing breaks down itself. Read that one more time.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise.
When it says thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart, what it means is, what is your heart? You understand? You know what your heart is according to the Bible? Your mind, damn right.
Sure.
You should not hate that brother in your mind. So when it says thou shalt not hate that brother in thy heart, it means you shouldn't think about hating that brother. Keep going.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Hate that brother, rebuke him. Like what they're doing to this black man right here, what this bitch right here is doing, and what that nigga is doing, they're rebuking that brother. And they're rebuking him for a devil. They got more love for that devil than they do for that brother. You'd rather see that devil be successful than you would that brother. And like I said, I'm not condoning any wickedness that brother did. If you felt in your Christian heart to give that brother Salaki, if you felt in your Christian heart to give that devil back his money, so be it. Give that devil back his money. But why come you don't feel that same love in your Christian heart to make sure that that brother's taken care of? Why? Like they ready to put him to death. What he did is not a punishable by death.
Right.
It's not. Did he take a life? Did that black man take that devil's life? So therefore, his life should not be in jeopardy.
Right.
They want to kill that brother. She's talking about beating him to death. I wish you would. I just rule. That's how the nigga talking. The nigga talking like the nigga did something personally to him. That nigga got so much hate in his heart to that brother. I could just choke you to death. Let's get the rest on that scripture.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Rebuke thy neighbor. What does it mean to rebuke thy neighbor? You know what that means, soldier? to rebuke that neighbor.
Push you away.
What you say?
Push you away.
Right. That's what they're doing. They're rebuking their neighbor. They think the white man is their neighbor. They look at the white man more of a brother than they do the actual black man.
Right.
You know one thing that I could probably say? Well, I'm going to say, without a shadow of a doubt, I know this is going on. That same nigga that's trying to beat the brother up and the sister, her right here, I can guarantee you she smoked more weed than a little bit. I can guarantee it. It's written all over her face, her attitude, the way she is, the way she's acting. She's a goddamn dope fiend. Her brother is a goddamn dope fiend. That's why they're so close. They get high together. You know the brother that they're attacking, you know what he is? He's a goddamn dope fiend. But they don't have any mercy on him, even though they suffering up under the same afflictions. They have more mercy on the devil, who is responsible for pushing the dope in a community, than they do on each other for using the drugs. They have rebuked that brother. Keep going.
Verse 18 is a different verse.
No,
Thou shalt.
I want the end of that. With sin upon him.
Oh, and not suffer sin upon him.
And not, listen, they're not supposed to suffer sin upon him, man. And that's exactly what they doing, man. I know they don't think they are, but they are. You know how they trying to suffer sin upon that brother? Because they want that brother to worship white people the same way that they do.
Right.
That's the sin right there. To look at that white man's life more valuable than his own. To look at white people's life, period, more valuable than your own. That is the premise of Christianity. The premise of Christianity is white supremacy. You understand? That boy Polo, I hope that answered your question, man. And let's take it from the top real quick, and I'll break it down a little bit more clear so we understand it.
Okay. Verse 17, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
You shouldn't hate your brother in your heart. You shouldn't see your brother doing something wicked and hate that brother. You should see that brother doing something wicked and correct that brother and do it in the spirit of the Most High. If that's the case, if we to hate all our brothers, guess what? None of us shouldn't be here right now, because all of us were sinners at one point in time in our life. None of us should be worthy of the mercy of the Most High. They shouldn't see that brother and hate that brother. If what they seen was right, if what they seen was actually happening, they seen him robbing that devil, they shouldn't have hated that brother even so he was doing that. They shouldn't have hated him. They should have corrected him. And they did not correct him. Instead, they hated him. Keep going.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
They rebuked him. They told him that they was going to beat him to death. They showed him absolutely no mercy, no compassion, no love. They rebuked that brother. They told that brother, get a job. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, nigger. You get what I'm saying? The same shit that the white people tell us is what they just told that brother. Keep going.
And not suffer sin upon him.
And told him that he should love that white man. You should love that white man more than your own life. More than the air that you breathe, you should love him. That is white Jesus right there. Love white Jesus. That is them suffering sin upon that brother. Whether you like it or not, know it or not, understand it or not, that is them suffering sin upon that brother. You know what I'm saying? I hope that answers your questions. You got any more questions? Don't hesitate to type them in, man.
We got two other ones.
Oh, most high Christ. Let's get the other two.
He said Mark 7 and 21.
Mark 7 and 21. What does he want to know about Mark 7 and 21? Let's get it and see what he wants to know.
And his other question was, Salaki, sir, why you say the white man not your brother? He said, so I can say the same thing?
Damn right. The white man is not your brother. And I can prove that with a scripture. Let's get Genesis 25 and 23. And then we're going to get Mark. I'm going to prove that the white man is not your brother with a scripture. Genesis 25 and 23. Let's get it.
Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
Now listen, this is Rebecca. Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife Rebecca so she can have babies, right? The Most High said 2 nations are in your womb. Now, we know what nation is, right? We know the definition of a nation. Now, there's a difference between us and the Chinese people, right? Blacks and Chinese are not the same nation, right?
Right.
Blacks and whites are not the same nation, right?
Right.
We are not the same nation. You ever seen the cartoon, the Avatar? The Fire Nation, the Water Nation, the Earth Nation, the Wind Nation? You get what I'm saying? Those were different nations, right? You understand that when you're watching your goddamn anime and your movies.
Cartoon Captain Lee.
Who?
Captain Lee. Where one person was the wind, the fire, the water.
Yeah.
Just like Voltron.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? We understand that when we watch movies and cartoons and shit, we understand the nations. So understand this. Read that from the top.
Yeah. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in thy womb. 2 different groups of people. Keep going.
And 2 manner of people.
To who?
2 manner of people.
Listen, 2 manner of people. When it says 2 manner of people, let me explain. Our mannerisms is totally different from the white man's mannerisms, right? Listen, we like our steaks well done. They like theirs bloody. You get what I'm saying? We dress with swag. They dress like homosexuals. When we walking in the streets and we see another brother, we do this. We do our hands up. What's up? You know what I'm saying? When we see the devil do it, he do this. He put his head down. Like, you know, how you doing, everybody? You get what I'm saying? Right. Like, we got 2 totally different personalities, 2 manner of people. You get what I'm saying? We like our women with big old booties. They like theirs like flat like drywall. You get what I'm saying?
Like a McDonald's
Right, like a McDonald's pancake. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We like to turn up. They like to turn down.
We like to go inside. We like to be outside.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just 2 manner of people. Keep going.
Shall be separated from thy bowels.
Brought together.
Separated from thy bowels.
Love everybody.
Separated from thy bowels.
That's our brother.
Separated from thy bowels.
We are to be separate from them. That right there, listen, if you understand anything about the Most High Christ, understand that. The Most High Christ said this: we are to be separated from the bowels. From the day that we born, we are to be separated from the white man. That is not our brother. You understand? That is not us. We are 2 different nations. The Most High made it so. Don't question me, ask the Most High. You get what I'm saying? I just follow the Most High. That's all I do. Let me tell you something. I am a cult member as well as a cult leader. I don't ask any questions. I am given an order and I say, Khan, Adawan Khan.
All right.
That's all I do. They told me the white man is not my brother. I say, Khan, Adawan Khan. They say we separate nations. I say, Khan, Adawan Khan. They tell me to read Genesis 25 and 23. I say, Khan, Adawan Khan. I don't dig too deep into it. Let me ask you something. Does the white man treat us like our brother?
Right.
Did that goddamn cop treat George Floyd like his brother? Would you put your knee on your brother's neck and put your hands in your goddamn pocket while he died?
Sorry.
Is that what you would do? Is that how you treat your brother? Them is not our people. Them is not our brothers, our sisters, our nation. They are different. That is the nation of Edom. You get what I'm saying? And there's a lot more scriptures in that I could get into. And actually, I think I'm about to pull a couple. You know where we was at before then? Because if not, I'm going to go ahead and pull some other ones.
Mark, Mark 7:21.
Let's get Mark 17 to 21.
7
to 21, so lock you.
Mark 7 and 21.
Go ahead.
For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders.
Listen, out of the heart of man. We just said this earlier. What is the heart of man?
Blue.
Huh?
Blue.
No. I want a specific place. What is the heart of man? You said it earlier. The mind. Damn right. The mind is the heart of man. Read that again.
For from within, Out of the heart of men.
Out of the mind of men. Keep going.
Proceed evil thoughts.
Proceed evil thoughts.
Adulteries.
Adulteries.
Fornications.
Fornications.
Murders.
Murders.
Thefts.
Thefts.
Covetousness.
Listen, covenantous, that is all speaking of one nation specifically.
Right.
Who is that speaking of? That is
White
speaking.
man.
That is speaking of the white man. That's all he knows is fornication. Why do you think he raped so many black women during the transatlantic slave trade? You can keep a goddamn oppressor hands off a black woman. You couldn't. That's all they did was rape her women. Let's get that from the top.
For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts.
Listen, this is to be coupled with that precept. His words were smoother than butter. Keep going.
Adulteries.
Listen, not only will he sleep with your wife, he will sleep with his best friend's wife. He don't give a damn. Whatever he can stick his little bitty rod in, the white man will do it. Keep going.
Fornications.
He's going to rape, rob, pillage. He's going to rape little kids. Ask your Catholic priest. Keep going.
Murders.
Listen, that's what he's good at. Ask George Floyd. Ask Philando Castile. Ask all our brothers and sisters. Trayvon Martin. Tamir Rice. Sandra Bland. So many goddamn brothers and sisters. Listen, if you need some more proof, just think about way back in the day. Ask Emmett Till. You can't ask none of them people because they're dead. Keep going.
Covetousness.
How did he get America? He seen what the Native Indians had and he wanted it. How did the white man become a so-called Jew? He seen our covenant and he wanted it. Keep going.
Wickedness.
That's all he does. Right now as we speak, Trump is thinking of some wicked things to do to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He wanted to build a wall. The wall couldn't get built fast enough. So he made a goddamn detention center where he separated Hispanic kids from their mothers and fathers. And they in there right now dying. We out here march and talk about Black Lives Matter. Let me tell you something. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians all equal black lives. So, where do we need to be going next? Go ahead.
It's like a time check, 8:50.
Most High Christ. Let's get some more on that scripture.
Deceit.
Listen, deceit is what he's do best. He's covered the faces of the judges. He's told you Christ is white, the angels is white. You know, white lives matter, all lives matter, blue lives matter. He's hijacked every goddamn thing that has to do with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and act like black people still have control over it. Keep going.
Lasciviousness.
Say that again.
Lasciviousness, which is like sexual parties and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, listen. Orgy balls. You get what I'm saying? That's what the white man is famous for. You remember Rome? Rome was one of the most homosexual atmospheres ever in life. It was having sex with men, women, and kids all at the same time. Keep going. Animals too. Everything. That's what Rome does.
An evil eye.
Listen, every time he sees a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, he hates them. It ain't just the people in authority too. How many times have we seen the video of these so-called Karens out here? That's what they call them now, the Karens. These white women just see niggas and have something to say about it. These white men see, you can't come in this building. You didn't ring the buzzard. You don't look like you belong here. You don't look like you should be swimming in this pool. You get what I'm saying? The evil eye. And you want to know why these ain't our brothers and our sisters. Listen, that's why. They don't want to be your brother or your sister. Would you listen, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man? I'm talking to you, Christian. If you could cut your goddamn real blood off for them owing you $5 goddamn, surely you could cut the white man off for murdering, pillaging, raping, and robbing everything that looks like you. Surely you can. Right. Damn right. You understand? Here's another video I want to get, but we're going to have to do it on a later day. If I could, I would like to get the book of Obadiah, 1 and 9. 1 and 9. This is right here is just gonna be the coffin on the cake. You know what I mean? Salaki, the icing on the cake, the nail in the coffin. I was thinking too fast for from what I wanted to say. Icing on the cake, the nail in the coffin. Like I said, the title of this class is this: Only the ISUPK wants to see the devil fall. The devil is the white man. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of, man. It's that simple. And when I say devil, I don't mean a little man with a pitchfork. I mean for all his lies, all his treachery, all his killing for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. What I say to you is not a lie. This is facts. The white man hates the fact that we speak on this. Go ahead, soldier.
Can I get the actual website? Can you write it down for me?
Yeah, we got you.
That stream from?
Oh, yeah, we got you. We got you. Don't try Christ. Let's get that scripture. We got it.
Over there, 1 and 9.
Yeah, I'm right.
And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed.
Listen, we talking about Esau. You get what I'm saying? They're going to be dismayed. Keep going.
To the end, that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Who? The mount of who?
The mount of Esau.
The mount of Israel. That's what you meant to say, right?
Mount of Esau.
Listen, the mount of Esau will be cut off. How will they be cut off?
By slaughter.
By loving them.
By slaughter.
By giving them their money back.
By slaughter.
By slaughter. Listen, like the title of this class proves perfectly with this precept. Nobody wants to see the white man fall. They seen this right here, and if what they said was true, they love the white man so much that they're willing to kill their own brother to make sure that the white man is has his money. Give the white man everything back that he's stolen for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Give it to him. Don't let him listen. Let the white man enjoy this, man. Don't be mad at the white man. Love the white man. If you hate the white man, I hate you. That's Christianity. That is Christianity in a nutshell. They don't want to see that. Read that again. This is what they don't want to see. Read that again.
To the end, that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
That is what Christianity doesn't want to see. They don't want to see Esau be cut off by slaughter. It's okay as long as we dying. But when Esau get to dying, the Christian church feels some kind of way. The black Christians feel some kind of way. It's okay for us to get robbed. But when Esau's getting robbed, oh man, that's so sad. We feel so bad for them. You get what I'm saying? Anything that's not I.S.U.P.K. is a goddamn coward to me. Point blank, period. You're a goddamn coward and you ain't about no goddamn warfare. You soft. And you don't want to be a part of this. You understand? And listen, I don't blame you because this is some hardcore soldiers. What'd you say, soldier?
Tuck your tail between your legs.
Yeah, I'm right. Listen, that's exactly what Christianity does. That's exactly what they do, man. They ain't ready for, listen, they ain't ready for an all-black kingdom.
All right.
They ain't ready for all-black rulership. They want to listen to black songs. Who's that? Kendrick Lamar, that black on black.
Right.
Like they can listen to that all day. But when it comes to living it, they ain't ready for it. Nobody else has the answer. Nobody else has the answers. Nobody else wants the supreme rulership of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, but the I.S.U.P.K. and the Commander GEN.YAHANNA.
Right.
Let's get to rest on that scripture.
Every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter for thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Just because we don't like them.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Because they're white.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Because they loved us.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For their violence. This is why this has to happen. See, what you just witnessed right here in this video, they forgot all about Black Wall Street. They forgot all about Rosewood. They forgot all about the transatlantic slave trade. They forgot all about George Floyd that goddamn quick. Read that again.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For Tremere Rice.
Violence against thy brother Jacob.
For Sandra Bland.
Violence against thy brother Jacob.
George Floyd.
Violence against thy brother Jacob.
They forgot all about that. They forgot all about the violence against their brother Jacob.
Right.
Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians descend from the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If it's Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, we're supposed to love it. Point blank, period. No questions asked. The reason we got love for you, brother, is because you one of us. It ain't for what you did. It ain't because you did something for us. It ain't because of that. It's because you're one of us. It's for what we can do for you. You get what I'm saying? And with that being said, I'm about to pass the class over to a hardcore warrior, Kapash. Let's get it in, man.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister.
Right.
There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18 through 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashera.
Right.
10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests.
Water, brother.
It's in the, still in the van.
Oh, still in the van. All right, no sweat.
Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, Passover, is to be announced. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf. With that said, I imagine, which means stands.
Right. Let's stand. Let's get these prayers in.
Upon your hakwadam, which means rise and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
And these prayers are an important part of Israel, man. And just say the prayers. I know you don't understand the language, but this is how it starts. Doing these prayers, learning how to speak your native tongue. Like we speak in English right now, right? But none of us are from England. You get what I'm saying? None of us. Yeah, right. Listen, we are Hebrews. That's our native tongue right there, man. And that's what we're about to speak. We're about to speak it in Hebrew first, then we're going to do it again in English so everybody that's listening online and even yourself can understand what we're saying. So let's turn and face the east. Let's get it in.
Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabashamayim.
Shabashamayim.
Quadash.
Quadash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwika.
Malakwika.
Tabaa.
Tabaa.
Atazaka.
Atazaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Maharataza.
Maharataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Kawawatinawa.
Kawawatinawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kawabwatinawa.
Kawawatinawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Tabiyanawa.
Yayinawa.
Banasaya one.
Banasaya
Abo.
Abo.
Awashanawa.
Awashanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Right.
Right.
Kaya.
Ayah.
Lakab.
Lakab.
Amalakwa.
Lakwa.
Wa'ala.
Wa'ala.
Wahatapara.
Wa'atapara.
Lawalamyo.
Wa'alayim.
Aman.
Aman.
What we said in the English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom
Thy
come.
kingdom come.
Thy will be
Thy
done
will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in
as
heaven.
it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily
our
bread.
daily bread.
And forgive us our
Forgive
debts
us of our debts.
as we forgive our debtors.
Forgive our
And
debtors.
lead us not into
And lead us
temptation,
not into temptation.
but deliver us from evil.
Deliver us from evil.
For thine is the
For thine
kingdom
is the kingdom
and the power
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Pray for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem
Ba'ashem
Yahushai.
Yahushua.
Babukusha.
Ba'ashem.
Nathalanawa.
Nathanawa.
Hakak.
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 Larapa'ah.
Hakapara.
Kal Makalah.
Hamaka'ah.
Wakal Marawa.
Hakamarawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahor.
Hakak.
Amatazarayo.
Hakazariah.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakwil.
Hakak.
Hamatio.
Hakak.
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 Awakawa.
Hakawak.
Atama'ala.
Kamala.
The Garshon.
Gershon.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
The water Aman.
The water of mine.
What we said in the English was, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the
Power
lepers.
to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the
Power
dead.
to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
Power
spirits.
against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Pray for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Wa Meyaka
Allah.
Allah. Wa Alahayo.
Ahaya.
Mataz Aviyah.
Abiyah.
Alawap Yahanna.
Yohana.
Ha Alawap Yo.
Wapya.
Ha Saranya.
Ranya.
Akot Zayanya.
Zayanya.
Akaya Yo.
Akayanya.
Wa Hakwatyon.
Katya.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water of mud.
The water of mud.
What we said in the English was, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the
And
angels.
the angels.
Commanding General Yahanna.
Commander General Yohana.
The generals.
The general.
The captains.
The captain.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers. And the
And the
sisters.
sisters.
And the Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
The anointing prayer in the Hebrew. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabarak Yahweh.
Wa Shamaraka.
Shabaraka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Yahweh Yahweh.
But Yahweh.
And Yahweh.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Wayakanka.
Ayakanka.
Yasha'a.
Yashua.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hanyawa.
And Yahweh.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shamyaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
A gun.
A gun.
A gun. The house of Azariah.
House of Isaiah.
And not destroyed of Israel.
And all the children of Israel.
Done.
The Thurman family.
Thurman family.
Sutton family.
Sutton
The
family.
Hill
The
family.
Hill family.
Puckett family.
Puckett family.
The Wright
The
family.
Wright family.
The Gale family.
The Gale family.
Johnson
The
family.
Johnson family.
Louise
The
family.
Weeds family.
Done.
Done. If you have anybody you want to pray for, just say it again. Say it again.
The Malik family.
Say it louder so they can.
The Malik family.
The Malik
Louise
family.
family.
Done. Just say done.
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 Bashim Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water of mud.
The water on mud.
What we said in the English was, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Bless thee and keep thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Make his face shine upon thee.
Make his face shine upon thee.
And be gracious unto
And be
thee.
gracious unto thee.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lift up his countenance upon thee.
Lift his countenance upon thee.
And give thee
And
peace.
give thee peace.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In
Yahushua.
the name of Yahushua.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
Names of loved ones we just
In the
named.
name alone we just named.
Pray for the curses in the English. Blessed art you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things
And all
living.
things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In the name
Yahushua.
of Yahushua.
Listen to us
Listen
now.
to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and
Send
curses
evil to curse.
and punishment and
And
destruction
punishment, destruction.
to the
To the
heathen
heathen.
that speak against us,
Speak against us.
thy prophets,
That prophet.
the
The
teachers,
teachers.
the princes,
The princes.
the priests,
The priests.
the Israelite
The
brothers,
Israelite brothers.
and the school.
And the school.
Send evils and
Send
curses,
evil to curse.
punishment and destruction
Punishment, destruction.
to the
To the
heathen,
heathen.
and shake
To
loose
shake loose.
the
The
treasure
treasure.
of the rich of
The
Israel
rich of
that
Israel.
refuse to give to the
That
school,
refuse to get to the school.
force their
Force
riches
the riches.
to enter into thy
To enter
sanctuary.
the sanctuary.
Send evils and
Send evil
curses
to curses.
and punishment and
And
destruction
punishment, destruction.
to the Edomites
To the Edomites.
and the
And
nations
the nation.
and their drug dealers,
Drug dealers.
court system,
Court system.
prison system,
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood.
all the governments of our
All the
enemies,
governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies,
I mean, like synagogues, sorry.
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church.
the Pope,
The Pope.
Islam,
Islam.
Christianity,
Christianity.
Egyptology,
Egyptology.
militia,
Militia.
Ku Klux
Ku
Klan,
Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads,
Skinhead.
Posse Comitasse,
Toss.
the gay movement,
Gay movement.
lesbian movement,
Lesbian movement.
spies,
Spies.
workers of
Workers of
witchcraft,
witchcraft.
national space
National Space
programs,
Program.
Army,
Army.
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines.
Wall Street,
Wall Street.
open up the internet
Open up the internet.
and the
And the
airwaves,
airways.
the cable access
Cable
channels,
access channel.
and the radio
And the
channels.
radio channel.
Convict the spirit
Take that spirit.
of any of thy
Of
people
our people.
that seek to stop
That seek to
us
stop us.
and bring swift
And
destruction
bring forth destruction
to all the
to
heathen
all the heathen.
that stand in the
That
way
stand in the way.
or try to stop
Trying to
us
stop
from
us.
broadcasting your
From
words
broadcasting your word.
throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues.
loose all the plagues.
Cause them to
Cause
go
them to go
to and
to
fro
and fro
through the earth
through the earth.
and consume
And
them.
consume them.
Let the
Let
plagues
the plagues
shake
shake
the house of the thief
the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh
And
Shai
Yahweh Shah
Michael and Gabriel
Michael Gabriel,
come down with the flying
come
saucers
down with the flying saucers
and punish all the
and
heathens
punish all the heathens
that come up against
that
us
spread up against us
as we speak thy
as we
word.
speak that word.
Cause to be known by
Cause
all
to be known by all.
that it is the angels that have done
As
it.
the angels that have done it.
Cause to be
Cause
spread
to be spread
through the
through
media
the media
throughout the whole
throughout the
world.
whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy
Cause them
coming.
to shake at their coming.
In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Shah,
thank you.
thank you.
Always.
Always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sar, we're going to face, give this teacher a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amam Shabbat. You're going to stay like this. Imajim. Barak. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
What you're going to say is Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem.
Bahashem,
Yahushua.
Yahasha,
Barak.
Barak,
Atah.
Athah.
That means bless you in the name of the Most High in Christ. Yazmatah. Sar, we're going to turn to face the sisters watching online. Men of Israel, Amam Shabbat. You're going to do like this, brother? Right here. That's Amam Shabbat. Imajim. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Atah Ba'Shem Yahushua. What you're going to say is Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Shamar.
Shemor,
Alatah.
Athah,
Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Bahashem, Yahasha.
That's saying, bless you, may the Lord watch over you in the name of Christ for the sisters that's watching online. Yazmatah,
Yahasha,
hand down. Class dismissed.
That's right. Or court. Damn right, man. Way to rock. Hey, way to rock it out, man. Way to rock it out. And like these prayers are so important is because like, you know, we don't know our native tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like we just did prayers in Hebrew and we turned around and did them in English so people that's watching online can fully understand what we're doing.
It's got the website on it right there. When you want to go for more.
Okay.
Make sure we offline so
Oh,
before I get to talking shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like our
What is
native
that?
there, and that's